Good morning, everyone. This is Nitha Ramachandra from the NR Hour Sports Show, alongside with my friend Kia Lyons, one of our co-hosts for the show. And we're joined by a really special guest. His name is Kyle Kendricks. He's a World Series champion with the Phillies in 2008. He also played for the Rockies, Red Sox, and he's from Texas. He went to Mount Vernon High School. He has an interesting story and background, and really looking forward to this interview. And Kyle, I just want to say thank you for joining the show. It's truly an honor, and we finally made this happen. And where are you guys located right now?
Thank you. Thanks for having me. We're in Florida, Dunedin, Florida right now. So we moved down here in 2011 when I was with Phillies, just spring training. I'm from Seattle. My wife's from Philly and she didn't like the winters in Seattle, which I don't blame her. So we picked here and haven't left. It's beautiful down here.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. So great to be here. Huge fan. Thank you, Kyle. And your whole family.
Yeah.
Love and respect. Philly, love and respect. From my family to yours.
That's awesome.
So I'll let Kia start off here first, since she's a Phillies fan.
All right.
So Kyle, what was it like stepping onto the mound for the first time? What was your first walk-on song or your favorite? Like, how did it feel?
Well, my first game, I'll never forget. It was June 07-13. Got called up from AA. It was a day game in Philly against the White Sox. And I don't think I had a warm-up song my first game. Rookies, you don't really get that kind of the first game, but
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. I mean, all my family and my friends came out. We ended up winning the game. I got a no decision. That was actually Jim Thomey's first game back to Philly
That's
with the White Sox. Yeah, so it was he got like a standing ovation, and it was special. And Aaron Rowan hit a grand slam. I think it was like the 8th or 7th inning. But yeah, we ended up winning the game. But that's a game. Yeah, your debut. I'll never forget it. And my whole time in Philly was the best. The best fans. It was special just to be a part of that city and to win the World Series in 2008.
It's amazing.
So I want to ask you about your childhood growing up. And obviously you grew up in Texas. You were born in Houston, Texas. And what was it like growing up there? And when did you get interested in playing baseball? And did you have like a role model growing up in the majors?
Yeah. So to the Houston thing, Texas, I was born there. But then I moved when I was 4. My parents grew up in Seattle. We moved back to Mount Vernon, Washington, where I grew up. So I was born in Houston, but I grew up in Mount Vernon, Washington. So a Mariners fan, and Ken Griffey Jr. was my idol growing up. Playing ball in the backyard. Everybody was, Ken Griffey Jr. That was my guy. Still is a big fan. So, growing up, I played baseball, football, and basketball, and big Mariners fan.
Wow.
So you played all those sports, and so how did you fine tune it into? I mean, it takes great sacrifice and time commitment to become a professional player. How did you go with baseball?
Yeah, well, my dad played just college and then a little semi-pro ball, and so I was always around the game, being with him, and I signed to go to Washington State and play football and baseball. And then my senior year, I started getting scouts coming to the game in high school and kind of hearing, I was maybe going to get drafted. So kind of just went with that route. Wanted to feel like I could play longer career in baseball. Obviously, you guys know how football is. It's really tough on the body. So, and baseball was my first love. So decided to go with that. And I got drafted in the 7th round out of high school in 2003.
That's amazing. How did that feel?
It was another dream come true. I'll never forget the day. I had friends over from, we were still in school, but that day we didn't go to school, had friends over, and just listening to the draft, and teams called me before, and Phillies called me like, I guess it was the 6th round, said we're going to take you in the 7th, and just a special day, with my family and friends, and something I played just wanted to enjoy since I was a younger kid. So it was very special.
Love it.
But before you went to the Phillies, I found an interesting thing about you. You turned down a scholarship to play college football first before going to the Phillies. Take me back to that time when you did that.
Yeah. So like I said, I signed to go to Washington State. I was going to play quarterback there.
A quarterback.
And, just another, baseball and football. And just another where I just didn't think that I could, stay healthy in football. Baseball was my first love. And I still, when I first signed, I missed football a little bit, but it ended up working out with baseball. And but I always enjoy football. It's a great game. But baseball, like I said, it's my first love, and I was excited I went that route.
Yeah, you were amazing. I mean, even your rookie year and that whole you were top on the rookie year of the year list, right?
Yeah, I think I was like 4th rookie of the year that year, 07.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Braun won it that year, and then Tulowitzki was 2nd.
Yeah.
But I think I was 4th. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a good year. 07 was one of them. I mean, I guess you never forget your first year, a lot of years is kind of run together, but 07 was my rookie year, my first year up. So it's one that I can really remember vividly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So
Go ahead, Nathan.
This is a 2-part question. So take me back to when you got the opportunity to start your career with the Phillies, a historic franchise, in my opinion, next to the Yankees and Dodgers. And what was that like, putting the Phillies uniform on and playing underneath the manager like Charlie Manuel?
Yeah. So like I said, I remember getting drafted, and then like a week or two later, I actually came down here to rookie ball. That's where a lot of the high school kids come down. And when I first got drafted by the Phillies, I didn't know, like, I grew up in a small town in Seattle, really didn't leave the state. I'm like, Philadelphia, like Phillies. I've heard of them, but I don't even know really much about them. But I got down here, and, just coming up through the minor leagues was, something, the weather was awesome down here. And just to, it was tough at first, though, to be that far away from home,
Yeah.
as far as I can get. And had to, deal with that. I was homesick my first year or two, but kind of got over that. And then as I got up in the minor leagues, got to AA, and that's when I told you guys I got called up from AA, and then to play for Charlie. Charlie's a great, players manager, just a good dude. Loved, even when his pitchers gave up home runs, he still, like, obviously he wanted to win, but I remember a game I gave up a home run, and I walked in and he was like, "Man, KK, that went a long ways, huh?" Like, he just always loved home runs for his team, our team. But he was a great manager to play for, and always had my back, and was very thankful for him.
And how was it with working with the closers, like for being a pitcher? What was the relationship like, or the group of pitchers? Did you guys have your own connections?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of time the starters kind of hung together, just because we were, in the same. We had our routines, so a lot of time the starters were together. Bullpen guys, we all just kind of helped each other. Bullpen guys kind of hung together. Starters were in the dugout more. So, with the starters, I was with Cole and Cliff and Halliday. So we were just trying to, help each other get better, learn from each other, watch the hitters. But those guys, being the younger guy, those guys helped me out a lot, as I was coming up.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a great crew.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to be with those guys, for sure.
Yeah, so speaking of those teammates you had in Philly, walking into the clubhouse and you see players like Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Jamie Moyer, and like you said, Cliff Lee, Roy Halladay throughout the years, and RIP to Roy Halladay. We're going to get to that, obviously. And but what was it like walking to the clubhouse and seeing those type of talent, and then going into the 08 season, and obviously you guys won the World Series, but just take me to the talent you guys had throughout the years.
Yeah, I mean, when I got there in 07, we were kind of coming up. That was the year the Mets, they were leading the division, and by like 15 with like a month left, and we ended up coming back and winning the division. But we had a great crew, great group of guys. Jimmy Rollins was our shortstop. Chase Utley was at second. But those guys, I mean, every game, every practice, every day came to the field ready to go.
Yeah.
And they were just Pat Burrow is another one. I mean, there's so many guys. Yeah, there's so many guys, guys I can name off that kind of help the younger guys come up and show you, how to do the right thing and go about your business. And, I was very, very, like I said before, fortunate and thankful to be a part of that organization with those guys. It just couldn't have been any better.
I mean, it was really like the crew. You have a legendary pitching crew. You've got Pat the Bat. You've got Flying Hawaiian. J-Roll made the proclamation. I mean,
oh, I know.
They brought the fire. It was like a movie.
Yeah.
I saw every game in 2008. It was amazing.
Yeah, those were great years. I mean, all the way from 7 to, I guess our last season was, when we make the playoffs, 11 or 12, maybe. But it was a great run. We're just so lucky to have a good group of guys. And that started in the clubhouse, though, too. Our pitching coach, Rich Doobie, was awesome with all of us. Charlie Manuel. Just a great group of guys.
Absolutely.
So take me back to that run, the 08 run. Obviously, I had Matt Garza on the show 2 weeks ago.
Let me.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Just saying.
That's great.
Kia has all the merch today.
I got the merch.
That's awesome.
I got Lights Out Ledge too.
Oh
yeah, there it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, another guy. Just that one year he went. I mean, what did he go? 58 or I forgot what his record was, but he didn't blow a save.
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was just like, what an energy year. I'm so grateful to you and to everybody. It just made my whole family.
No, it was special for sure. We still talk about it. It's been, what is it? It's been, I was thinking about this morning, 13 years, I think, last time we, right, 13 years when we won the World Series. So it was a long time ago, but we're still talking about it. It's special.
I mean, I was in Westchester when it happened and it was nuts. I mean, like statues came down. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, so obviously that 08 run, you played Tampa in the World Series, and I had Matt Garza on 2 weeks ago, and I asked him, what was it? Obviously he said that it was a tough loss, but it was great competing. He said he was great competing against you guys. So what was it like competing against Tampa in the World Series? And they're a great team, still a great team competing, but that year,
they're still winning games.
Yeah, take me back to the 08 year, and how tough was it against Tampa?
Yeah, that was a great. I mean, obviously it was a great year. We won the World Series, but they were tough. They were younger, hungry team, and it was a good series. We kind of had some hits there early. I think Chase hit a home run early in the game.
Yeah.
We just had some big hits. Guys pitched well. Cole, I think Blanton hit a home run too that series at home. So we just had some big hits. Guys pitched well. It kind of just worked out for us. But Tampa is a great team. They're still, like I said, they're still winning games. And it's crazy how they do it too, because they're not a big market team, but they still find a way to win games. So it's impressive.
My brother was a pitcher, and what I recognize is the stress, but the power that comes with it. Tell me about how it felt like before the games and as you got on the mound and all eyes on you, your arm.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten asked this question a lot, like, was I nervous before every game? And yeah, I was. I think if you're not nervous, I think you should be nervous. It's good for you. So I definitely was nervous before every game. But once you got on the mound, it's just another game. You're out there competing. You're trying to help your team win.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, I mean, your body kind of heals quicker. But as I got older, I had to figure out ways to take care of my body better. Arm exercises, not throw as much in between starts. And you kind of figure that out as you get older.
Right.
But yeah, it was always nerve-wracking before the game. But once you got on the mound, it was just those nerves kind of went away.
That's awesome.
For me, it was like that.
Yeah. Was it an open conversation talking about any struggle or pain in the locker room? I know we all saw the Roy Halladay documentary and it's powerful share.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Pain wise, I mean, as baseball, as you guys know, it's a long season, especially pitchers. shoot, position players are playing every day. Us starters, we play every 5th day. So it's a long season. Your body, as you get older, is definitely hurting. So yeah, we talked about, how to deal with pain, how to stay on the field. And, we talked about you can't help your team win if you're not on the field, right? So just, worked on staying healthy and trying to get out there every game.
Okay.
Now, fast forwarding to 09, you guys made it back to the World Series facing my Yankees, and what the outcome was. But I got to ask you though, you guys faced you had Cliff Lee on that team, and then you guys added Pedro Martinez. And what was it like being part of this? You guys had a great staff throughout the years, and for you guys to be able to add Pedro Martinez on the team, what was that like playing with him?
Yeah, just another Hall of Famer that we were fortunate to play with. Pedro was great. That year, obviously, I think he was at the end of his career.
Yeah.
But just a good leader, knew how to pitch. Just an awesome dude, always there to help you. That was a fun year. I mean, obviously, we lost to the Yankees in 09. They had a great team. Burnett pitched great. I will never forget that game. AJ pitched awesome at home. It was tough. It was a tough loss, but it was just nice to be able to get back to the World Series 2 years in a row. But it was tough to lose that one.
Yeah, but just a follow up. Obviously, what goes through your mind when you guys were obviously we had Johnny Damon on the show too before. Mm-hmm. What goes through your mind when he does it? He steals second and goes to third, and take me back to that situation. And obviously that was a tough situation, but just take me back what goes through your mind when you see that?
Yeah, I mean, what game was that? I forgot what game that was. I remember him stealing.
Yeah,
it was in New York.
I know it was in your stadium. It happened.
Oh, is that? Yes, that's right. I think. And then what was he ended up? He scored. They took the lead on that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember that. Obviously, it's tough. I mean, Johnny was a great player, played for a long time. And just a guy like that, you got to try to keep him off the base pass. But he made a great play. And, I think, was that game 1 or game 2?
I think it was it. No,
I forget what game it was, but yeah, I mean, just that whole series, a lot of things happened. I remember Matsui, I think, hit a home run in New York off Pedro, right?
Yeah.
Just a lot of things happened where it didn't go our way, but it was just nice to get back to the World Series again.
Yeah.
Tell me about Chooch and
Chooch,
like that.
He's the best. He's the best.
Tell me.
Chooch is awesome. What a good dude. Now I think he's in Canada. What's that?
He's loved.
Oh yeah, he is loved by his pitchers too, his teammates. Awesome teammate. Always was back there. Called a great game, and the thing about Chooch, he cared more about how you did as a pitcher than he did. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys understand that kind of, but he wanted you to do better, well, and it made him feel good. And he just was intense, so intense. Was always locked in, and just had a bulldog mentality, and no knock on any other guys I played with, but probably for sure one of the best catcher I've had.
Yeah, that's amazing. Do you ever have reunions with the guys and get together?
Yeah, we do. We just had our 10-year on 18, but saw him then. I think what do we have now coming up, our 20-year in a couple of years here. So hopefully he's back for that. But I know Chooch is he's big into horses and farm life. I know he's in Panama, riding horses and enjoying retirement, I'm sure.
That's so cool to know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, this is a 2-part question. Obviously, I want to get to the late Doc Holliday and what was it like playing with him? And man, when I heard the news, it got me down because he was one of the best.
Yeah, it was terrible.
To pitch, and obviously he's a Hall of Famer too. And what was it like just to be in the same locker room as him and learn from him? And every 5th day, I know that he's going to win that game. And
yeah,
just take me back to the experiences you had with him.
Yeah, Roy was awesome. First time he got traded over spring training, I see that he's in, in the gym working out early, spring training. And I'm seeing, I'm talking to him, I'm seeing he's getting there at like 4:30 in the morning working out. And I'm like, hey, can I work out with you in the morning? Cause I wanted to change my routine up. And he's like, yeah, come on. So I started working out with him in the morning. And that started in spring training, 4:30 in the morning. And, just always there for anything, pitching wise, to get better, workout wise. And was just so into everything. He had notes on on the hitters he faced every game. And just another great teammate. I mean, Hall of Famer. And the thing about Roy too that people didn't see, and he lived 15 minutes from me. Just a great dad too. Cared for his boys. One of the best for his boys. So the whole thing was sad. But I was fortunate to be his teammate and to learn from him. And I'll never forget him. He's always I think about him almost every day.
The next
What a pro! What an incredible man!
And the next
yeah,
part
he really was.
Yeah. And the next part to this question, and for you, did you ever think that you could have spent your whole career with Philly? And how tough was it leaving that city? And obviously you pitched for the Rockies and Red Sox, but how tough is it was leaving Philly? And did you ever think you could just say it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought as you're get to the big leagues and you're there and you see you're having success. When I was younger, I was like, man, I'm going to stay here all of my career. And I thought I would. And I thought I was going to, but things change in the game. Money changes things, and teams go a different direction. So as a free agent, Philly just wanted to go a different direction, and ended up signing with Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed my time there. It just didn't work out. Tough place to pitch. That's not an excuse, but just didn't work out for me. Enjoyed my time there. A great, organization. But yeah, if I had the opportunity, I would love to stay in Philly my whole career. And they knew that. Just didn't work out.
Philly is great, but didn't you get your first home run in Colorado?
I did, yes.
That ballpark's amazing. My brother's from Colorado, so of course I've been to the ballpark. It's amazing. So how did that feel?
Yeah, it was awesome. Actually, the game was in San Diego. I hit it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, my first big league home run. Another thing you don't forget. Still talk about it. I'm coaching now with high school.
Yeah.
And they bring it up and they like to see it. My son, who's I'm coaching his team too now. He likes to show his buddies. It's just something that's kind of special that you have a big league home run.
That's awesome.
That's huge. That's huge. Is your son 38?
He is gonna be. Yeah, he asked. We're starting a travel ball team here soon. League, and yeah, he wants to be 38. So
that's the best. I have 3 kids. How does it feel to be able to share that with him?
Yeah, it is. It's cool. As he's getting older now, and he kind of understands more, and he's really into it. The baseball card thing too. He's like has all my baseball cards and likes to share them with his buddies, and they trade cards, and it's cool to see. And he appreciates it, and he loves it. But yeah, he's like, Dad, can I wear 38 this season? So
that's awesome.
That's so special. I love it.
Wow. So looking back at your career, how grateful are you to play the game that you love and play with a great franchise in Philly and in front of those fans, Citizens Bank Park, play with a great manager, great players, great teammates, and win a World Series. And obviously now transitioning after your career, you being a coach and coaching these young kids, and like your son, you just said your son, and how grateful are you to be in this position right now?
Very. As you're playing, you don't really think about, kind of what you're doing, or you're just kind of trying to get better and help the team win, and stay healthy and just play as long as you can. And when your career's over, you kind of sit back and you realize if you had the opportunity to kind of see what you did. And now that it's over, I'm very thankful for the time I had in Philly. I got to meet my wife, my kids. My 2 oldest were born in Philly, so they're big Philly fans too. So you just get to enjoy that time and just be thankful for what you had. And now, very fortunate for what I've done. And now I get to coach. I'm coaching high school ball. My son gets to go to the games with me, and then now I'm coaching him. And just very lucky and enjoyed the ride. Enjoyed Philly. I wouldn't have traded that time for anything. I wouldn't have left, wanted to be on a different team or a different city. Philly's always home to me. You know, I root for the Phillies, the Eagles, the Sixers, the Flyers, all of them. So, you know, even though we're living in Florida, I still root for them and love Philly. And, you know, thankful for the front office, the coaches giving me the opportunity that I had there and trusting in me. I'll never forget it, you know, and thank you to the fans, all of them, and family for all the support. And it was a great ride.
That's the way, Kyle. That's the way. Philly appreciates you.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a Cowboy fan.
Are you? Oh, I got some buddies that are Cowboy fans too. It's okay.
It's okay, Nathan. It's
Nothing
okay.
wrong.
Kyle, what's your current key to balance and personal motivation?
That's a great question. You know, I try to, you know, now when I'm coaching and, you know, down here, Florida's a little different with baseball. You can play year round. So I'm just worried about the kids. You know, I don't want them to get, you know, burnt out. You know, I grew up in Seattle and I could only play 3-4 months out of the year. So try to, you know, keep that level with playing it, you know, not getting burnt out, staying focused, you know, staying out of trouble, doing the right thing. Now it's the summertime, so the kids should be in the gym, you know, getting bigger, getting stronger, focusing on the next year. And that's kind of what I tell my kids.
That's great. Yeah, that is beautiful. I've been to the spring training facility down there in
That's
Florida. And it's wonderful that you can spend so much time outside and with the youth and giving back.
That is true. Yeah, we're very lucky to live here, and with the weather, it's been phenomenal. Especially now, it's getting a little warm though, but it, you know, can't complain.
Yeah.
So now we do this fun little segment on the show called the rapid fire segment. You ready for this?
Let's do it. Yeah.
I gotta ask you. I know there was a prank that happened to you and throughout your career with Brad Lidge.
Yeah.
Taking back to that day when you thought you got traded to Japan, I think it was, and you didn't get traded.
Yeah. So that's funny you bring that up. We were just at a wedding for my buddy in Sarasota, and we were they heard about it, so we watched it. And they'd never seen it before. It was just a couple of weeks ago, so it's funny you're talking about that. But yeah, that was Brett Myers, Ryan Madsen, and then the media from Philly, Comcast Sportsnet. It was great.
Love it.
I was young. I was 22 at the time. I had no idea that you could not be traded, you know, to Japan. That was my first big league camp. So I was just happy to be there. I was green. I was young. I was just enjoying my time. And it definitely, it fooled me, you know. Watching it though, I feel like I handled it a lot better than now. I think it happened to me now, like, you know, I wanted to freak out and get mad, but I just didn't. Honestly, I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. And then it was over. I was happy. Obviously, I didn't get traded.
100. What's your most memorable career or no, most memorable life experience? One of them.
Wow. I have a lot. I mean, baseball or non-baseball? I would say non-baseball.
How about one of both?
Okay. I'll do non-baseball first. Probably all my 3 kids being born. I mean, that's just the best. You have kids, you know, understand how that was just something I would never, you know, change for the world. And just something very special to see and to witness and be a part of. So my 3 kids being born is definitely up there. Baseball wise, I would say my debut. You know, just as a kid, you just dream of making it to the big leagues, and you know, you had the dream. And I'll never forget a teacher I had when I was in elementary school. I forgot the teacher's name, but you know, you're sitting there and they ask the kids, they all go around and you're asking the kids what you want to be. And I said, I want to be a Major League Baseball player. And she was like, oh, Kyle, she said, that's great, but what do you really want to be? And so I'll never forget that.
Wow. Well, she was on.
You know, she said that. Yeah. And I understand that, you know, the percentage of it happening is very slim, but
good for you.
Still having that dream, and kids out there, just don't, you know, you can dream, you can have anything, believe in yourself, work on your dream and stay focused.
Amazing.
Funniest teammate that you played with in Philly?
Funniest?
Yeah.
I had a lot of great teammates. Jason Worth was funny. I felt like he was really funny. Jason Worth, very funny. Brad Lidge was funny too, even though, I mean, he was very serious. Brad Lidge was hilarious. That's a
I
tough
could
one.
see that.
One, and it's tough. I would say Brad or Jason.
Hmm.
Those guys were funny dudes.
What's your most motivating music?
So I'm a big country guy. I listen to country. I know that's kind of
Yeah.
again the times, and people don't really like the country music, but that's what I
I love
listen.
country. I love all music.
Yeah, I love country music. That's what I listen. So if I had, I go with that.
Nice.
All right, let's see. So obviously, your delivery. I looked at the one of the pitchers that's pitching right now currently that has this pretty much a similar delivery that you had, Kyle Hendricks from the Cubs. Do you think that he has a similar delivery as you?
Yeah, very much so. It's awesome that he's still playing and still doing well. He's had a great career, but yeah, I would say Cal is probably very similar. We threw cutters, or he throws cutters. I threw cutters, sinkers. But you're right on the head with that. He's very similar.
Favorite place to visit if you could go anywhere, anytime?
I love Hawaii.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
Love Hawaii. If I had to pick one place, I would go there for sure. Just the weather, the food. I'm a big Mai Tai guy. I love the Mai Tais.
Absolutely.
You can't get any better Mai Tais than Hawaii. So
Now, do you golf? Like, do the Flying
I do
Hawaiian
golf.
Shane Victorino golf events down there?
I do. I've been invited. I couldn't go one year. I'm gonna try to get out there, but I do. I do golf. Try to play 2 or 3 times a week now. But yes, Hawaii has great golf too. The drinks, the food, the people are so nice too. I love Hawaii.
Great answer. I love to golf too.
Nice.
I gotta ask you this. So obviously you're coaching your son and the other kids, but would you consider down the line being a pitching coach in the majors or a manager or even a host on MLB Network? We got to get you on MLB Network, man, because Chris Young just
you'd be awesome.
Chris Young just got a job at MLB Network, and CC's there. You got Sean Cage. We gotta get you on the Mayor's office.
I love watching those guys. Those guys are hilarious. Love that. I would consider doing a pitching coach for sure.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I'm starting to do lessons now with kids about our complex, our facility there. And that's I love coaching. But if I had to pick one, I love the one-on-one instruction with the kids. Just the pitching lessons I enjoy a lot. So I think I would definitely consider being a big league pitching coach.
That's great to give back. Do you have any upcoming charities work or any events coming up?
I don't think we do. I try to go to the golf things here if we have it, charity stuff, but I don't have anything coming up. No.
Okay.
Our favorite pitcher to watch right now currently.
My favorite pitcher to watch right now?
Yeah.
I watch the Phillies a lot just because my son likes to watch them, and we're Phillies fans. So I would say Aaron Nola. I love watching Bulldog competitor. Enjoy watching him. I got a buddy for the Reds, Tyler Malley. I like watching him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Favorite food?
Oh, a lot. I like a lot of food. The boring question our answer is pizza, but if I would say sushi.
Oh,
nice.
Big sushi guy.
Do you remember your highest strikeout game that you had in your career?
I think I did it a couple times. I think it was 10 or 11. I did it 2 or 3 games. That was I wasn't much of a strikeout guy. I was more contact, sinker baller guy. So, but I think I got 10 or 11, 2 or 3 games.
What's the key to your piece?
To my game?
To your piece, your personal piece.
Oh, to my piece.
The key to your piece.
I like to work out in the morning. I think that helps me. I get up early. I take the dogs. I take them for a walk early. That helps me just kind of get my day started. I work out in the morning early, 6 a.m. So that kind of keeps me just my alone time, get up, get my day started, keeps my mind fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same boat. And let me just give a little shout for my dogs.
Ah.
What's that?
These are from my dogs. These are their World Series gear.
Oh
Oh,
my
I see it. That's awesome.
God.
Great.
Rest in peace, Coco.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Had a dog pass too a
Yeah.
couple months ago. It's the worst.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
But yeah, the personal piece, it's a big one for me. I think working out and being by the water, that's nice that you can be by that water.
By the water too is for sure. That's another one. Yeah. Going on the boat. Enjoy that.
That's great.
So before we get to the last two things, there's a debate. I'm from Jersey, and there's a debate been going on. Obviously, we have Garrett Cole and DeGrom. Who's the best pitcher right now in New York? Cole or DeGrom? What do you think? Who's better, Cole or DeGrom right now?
I mean, I know Philly fans aren't going to like this, but I got to go DeGrom. I mean, he's unbelievable. The guy's just, I mean, he's throwing, 100 consistently. Just, he's nasty. That's a tough one, but I gotta pick DeGrom for sure.
And the last two things here, our team is part of this foundation called the Hugh Jackson Foundation. He's a former NFL coach, but now he's a offensive coordinator at Tennessee State with Eddie George. We're trying to help him prevent human trafficking and making sure the community stays safe and the kids stay safe. And we're really grateful to be part of the foundation. And we're trying to stop human trafficking. So hopefully we can stop that. And I'll send you the page. You can check it out. Did you screen freeze? What happened?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Hmm.